Alright, so this is another collection update, and this music was bought before the music that I had purchased in the last video, technically the first collection update. But this is music I bought while I was in Colorado Springs, I believe is where I was in Colorado Springs for the trip last month, and I think this is where the record store actually is, that record store being West Left Records. Really cool store. Even if it's not like directly in Colorado Springs, it's really close to there. So it's in that area. Check it out if you're over in that area. But I bought a bunch of music from them, CDs, cassettes, and vinyl. Really cool store if you're like into rock and heavy metal, and really even just extreme music as well, specifically because I found a ton of stuff on that as well. But here's a little CD sampler they have. And I might do a video on this at some point, just maybe covering these songs, just saying like what this is, or because there's 24 songs on here, I think. Yeah, 24 songs. And yeah, so I might rank those songs. We'll see what happens there. But anyway, gonna go over the CDs, then the cassettes, and then probably the vinyl. But let's go ahead and get into it with As Above, So Below by Angel Witch. The same inside. That's the back cover to it, I suppose. But I have not listened to this. Yeah, this isn't a slipcase, but I have not listened to this album before, so I wanted to pick it up. This is 2012. So I have Angel Witch's self-titled debut album, but I hadn't had anything else, so I picked this up while I was there. Funeral Mist, Salvation. I listened to this not on physical copy, and I was like, Funeral Mist is really good, so when I saw this I had to pick it up. All their prices were very reasonable in my opinion, so an album I've been looking for a while now. Immolation Acts of God. I cannot for the life of me, or I could not find it, even though it was released in 2022. It's been out of stock for a while on various websites. My cat's up on my chair. Stop it, buddy. But yeah, Acts of God, Immolation. I like this band, and they're stop, please. It's messing with the plastic on the floor. So. Anyway, yeah, good, great band. Have yet to listen to the album because I've been trying to find it on physical copy for a while. Borknagar, black metal. I don't really know. They're not really progressive, I don't think. Are they? I don't know how to describe this band very well. They're black metal. I've heard some of their stuff, and it seems somewhat progressive-ish, but it's mostly, it's great metal. We'll go with that. I don't know how to describe this band. I haven't heard this album though, and when I saw Quintessence, I was like, I'll just go ahead and pick it up while I'm here. So pick that up. This was Incinerator, Centuries of Life. This is on Dark Descent Records, and they have one of the employees that work there also works for Dark Descent Records, and they have a little section that has Dark Descent on there. I don't know if it was originally published on Dark Descent or Dark Symphonies. I think Dark Symphonies. 23 Years of Underground Metal. I have to check out their stuff, but this is the original stuff, and then it's got some demo material on it. But I've heard of that. I'd seen this online, not for purchase, so just it existed, but I couldn't find it online, so I was like, okay. When I saw it, I wanted to pick it up, so I did. Then we have an album I've forgotten about, if I'm being honest. I've heard it. I didn't hear it all the way through, or I don't really even think I heard it. I saw it online, saw the album cover, and basically did nothing with it, so I wanted to pick it up. The Crown, Death Race King. I was like, what is the name of this? This, I don't remember. I think this is 2000. It says 2000 on the back, but sometimes, reissues happen. Really interesting because I haven't not listened to this, so I don't know what it sounds like, if I'm being honest. But it looks, the album cover I thought was really cool at the time, and I was like, I'll go ahead and pick it up. It was very cheap while I was over there. So hopefully it's good. I might do an update on that. I don't know how many like update videos I'm gonna do on like these album reviews and whatnot. I might do it just because I don't know if it's online or not. And so, you know, if there's anybody who wants to hear it from me, they can. Last but not least on the CDs, Beharit, their latest album, Ingram. When was this? 2009. And this is, I think, their first album in their, like, kind of back to their original form, because they have Drawing Down the Moon, the album? I think it is. Let me actually check that out real quick. I have Extreme Metal in another, like, separate box over here. Well, it's some Extreme Metal. Let's see what it is. It came like this. Had the freaking front messed up. Yeah, Drawing Down the Moon. I think this is them, like, original. Like, this is their earliest music, and then they went to electronic for like a couple albums after this, and then they didn't do anything for a while, and then they released this in 2009. I believe is how it went. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. It's on Spinefarm Records. Haven't seen it on physical format, so, I mean, decided I was going to pick it up. I'm sure I'm just not on the right side of the internet to find this kind of thing, but, like, even if I could find it, I don't know how jacked up the prices were, because that was actually, all this stuff was very reasonable. Moving on to the cassettes, though. Celtic Frost, Emperor's Return. This was really cool. I have not bought this. I mean, I haven't, like, bought this on any like format at all, so I think, I don't know if this was like, I don't know if you can get it on like CD or vinyl or not, but when I saw this, I was just like, why the heck not? Because I have all their, I bought a box set of theirs that has like all of their studio albums on vinyl, and it's like, I probably should do a video on like my box sets or like my individual stuff, because I haven't opened it yet, but like, I don't know if it has Circle of the Tyrants on it. So I was just like, I'm going to go ahead and pick this up, even if it's on cassette, because it's not going to be on that, because that's a vinyl box set. But then the last part of the cassettes, I've never seen this before. And I was like, holy cow, what is this? And I was asking them about it, and someone had like a whole like cassette collection that they basically like sold to What's Left Records. And it's Sodom, Shrill Cries, Angel Dies. It is a cassette box set. It's got In the Sign of Evil, Obsessed by Cruelty, Persecution Mania, Agent Orange, and Better Off Dead. And it's also got the Expurse of Sodomy EP. I'm not sure what that is, if I'm being honest, but this is what, when you open it up, this is what it looks like. And all of the cassettes are red, which is really cool. Like, I don't know, like, usually like white or black. And I was like, well, black sometimes, not often, but yeah, here's a little, what is this? Flogo Records produced this. I don't remember when this was, I don't know when this was released. I don't remember what it said, but does it say? I don't know. Obsessed by Cruelty. Golly, this thing is raw. When I like, this is a really, like, brutal album. I mean, all of their stuff is, but this in particular, like, blew me away on how, like, absolutely, this is really closer to black metal than it is thrash, in my opinion. Then Persecution Mania, really good. Agent Orange, very good album. Always, and Better Off Dead is also really good. I have Agent Orange on CD. I stupidly decided to sell some of my, or most of, I believe, my Sodom CDs. And when I did that, the area I was able, whoops, that actually was the right way. I don't have a lot of the originals anymore, and I don't have Tapping the Vein, and it's not on here either. But I got rid of that album and several others, and now I've gotten most of them back through this, actually. And I don't ever want to get rid of them again. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but I did get a good amount of money from that, so I guess it worked out well. But we can just get them back again at some point, maybe. All right, moving on to the vinyl. Bought several of those as well. Styx. Is it just Paradise? No, it wouldn't be on there. That's too old. Is it Gatefold? Oh, it is. Paradise. And so, yeah, this is got Too Much Time on My Hands. You'll know that song. And it's got other great tunes on it as well. It doesn't have... Yeah, Paradise Theater. That's what it's called. Sorry. Yeah. I haven't heard that album all the way through, but I've heard some of like the early track, or like the first half of that album. It's really good. Also Styx. This is one of my favorite albums of all time, and I've been looking for this on record for... you can find it, but I was just like, I wanted to buy it in a record store, and I finally like found it. The Grand Illusion. Great album. I love this album cover. Like, it looks weird at first, but like there's like two different, like, you can see the horse with the human here, and then the face. And it's just really cool. Like, I don't know. I like this album cover. I don't know if it's like considered one of those bad ones or not, but I really like it. And it's one of my favorite albums of all time, so I had to pick it up. All right, another one of my favorite albums of all time. And I'm a huge Deep Purple fan, and when I saw this on vinyl, I was like, I can't pass this up. Perfect Strangers. I don't think... this is an original, I believe. If it isn't, I would be surprised. But it's also... No, that's an original. I'll say that right now. Very good record. Very good shape, too, for being how old it is. I think there's a little bit of ring wear on there. I don't know, but... there's not really any, like, too much noticeable ring wear. They've kept this in great shape, but, you know, Perfect Strangers, one of my favorite albums. Knocking at Your Door was a pretty big song for me early on in, like, my music, my classic rock, like, collection, or, like, really loved that song. I got the CD of it for either my birthday or Christmas, and I listened to it, and I was like, wow, this song blew me away. And the rest of the album I listened to, of course, and I was like, it was good, but as time's gone by, I really love this record. Kansas Leftoverture. Y'all will know Carry On Wayward Son, obviously, but the rest of the album is fantastic as well. I mean, that's a great album cover as well. I had to pick this one up as well because I don't really have much... this is my first Kansas album like that I've purchased on physical media, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick this up while I'm over here. Huge Whitesnake fan. Love Whitesnake. Snakebite. And I wanted to get this on CD at one point in time, and could not actually like find it at a reasonable price, and then I let it go, and I've never seen this again. And so when I saw this on vinyl, I'm like, I'm not passing up the opportunity to go ahead and get this. So picked that up on vinyl. And then, where are we at? Yeah, the next Whitesnake album, which is one of my favorite albums of all time. I picked up a lot of, like, at least 3 of my favorite albums of all time. Just Whitesnake. And Crying in the Rain is one of my all-time favorite songs. Listened to the mess out of that song last year, and I still love listening to it to this day. Still a nice, great, Here I Go Again's always, you know, those two are anybody's gonna remember. Probably Give Me All Your Love. I don't really... I mean, this album's, like, as a whole is awesome. I'm just trying to, like, list off some of the ones that y'all may or may not know, but they've kept these records in great shape. I don't know how in the world they were able to get a hold of this. And then we're on to the Black Sabbath albums I bought on vinyl. Black Sabbath is one of my all-time favorite bands, and they have risen to the near top of my all-time collection. I probably have the most Black Sabbath albums, though, of any band. Well, that's not what I meant. I have the most, like, physical media of them, like CDs. I don't have any cassettes. CD and vinyl, though, for sure. I have both of those, like, formats. I probably have the most on both formats of one band through Black Sabbath. And so I picked up Volume 4. And this is the gatefold version of the album. Great record. one of the originals that for some reason is not up at the top for me, but this one, actually these next three actually, are pretty much up there as well. Sabotage. This is broken. Yeah, this actually has a kind of thing in there, but it wasn't. Again, all this was very reasonable, but this is. I don't think this is an original, but really good record. Love this, except for the album covers. This is not one of those album covers that's just like, you know, what the heck is going on here, but it kind of makes sense. I think, I don't know, but it makes sense really what they were going with. Just Sabotage. Almost looks like they tried to sabotage their own cover, but I'm joking. Then we have an album that I used to not care for so much, but I really enjoy it now, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. It took me a while to get into it, and then once it clicked, really loved it. Gave full version. I love that back art. I don't know, there's just something about it that's so good. I mean, I love both, but yeah. So, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, had to pick this one up. I just saw all these Black Sabbath albums. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get it. And then this caught my eye, actually. This is one of the first things I picked up at the record store when I saw it, and it was at such a good price. And I was just like, I could not find it. I couldn't find this online for anything under barely like $100. And I was like, I'm not gonna get this. And when I saw this at the record store for like $40, which they even discounted while I was there, I was just like, I have to pick this up. And it's the Master of Reality record, which I have. This is my second copy of the album, but it is the. I don't know if we can read it there. Yeah, so it's the Purple Orchid splatter vinyl. Yeah, there it is. I don't know if I'm going to play this one so often because it's just such a like sought after record. I don't really think I'm going to like. I'll probably open it at some point, just whenever prices go down on this thing, because if I ever need money, I'm probably gonna. I don't really want to sell this if I'm being honest, but it's a great record, and I wanted to pick it up on the purple splatter vinyl because it is hard to find, apparently, and I don't remember when this was. I don't remember when this was like produced or pressed, because I saw the news about it and I was like, okay, great, I'd love to get that. I think it was last year, and then I saw nothing on it, and then all of a sudden I saw it on Discogs, like on the what was trending, and I was like, holy cow, this is so expensive, I'm not gonna ever be able to buy this. And I found this thing at the record store, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this because I'm not gonna get an opportunity to find it at such a good price again. So I really kind of honestly want to play it at some point. I don't really want to sell this thing, so at some point probably open it up, but I do have a original Master of Reality copy that I will buy at some point. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like any of the albums that I purchased while at the store, you can like put your opinion in the comments below if you've like seen or have some of these albums, like of the more extreme side of the early stuff that I showed in the video, like the CDs and the cassettes. Put that in there as well, and go ahead and check out all the music that's in here. It's all the stuff I've heard, at least, is very good, so I recommend y'all checking all that out. And check out What's Left Records in Colorado Springs if you guys haven't. It's a really cool record store. I know some of my friends and I went there and we were blown away by the experience. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I have more music coming along the way.